Hey G Squad, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it's going to actually be two parts. It's all about the chicken. The first half is going to be me making this teriyaki chicken, and we're going to transition into how to make this juicy, tender bone-in chicken breast. So if you like to see how I put both of these together, then keep watching. All right, so here my wings have already been washed. This is about a pound, so I'm just going to sit these off to the side while we get started on our marinade. So the first thing I'm going to add to this bowl is 1 cup of my teriyaki sauce. Then I'm going to follow up with half a cup of soy sauce. Next, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And then I have about 4 cloves of garlic that I minced. So we're just going to get that in there. And then next I have some grated ginger. And so I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of that to our mix. Then we're going to go in with our whisk and just blend it together real nicely. Okay, so now once that's nice and mixed up, I'm going to bring in our chicken. And so you can use a shallow bowl as like I'm using here with a nice lid, or you can also add it to a Ziploc bag if you have. But before I add my marinade, I'm going to go in and lightly season the chicken. And so I'm just going to add some black pepper. And, family, season your food to your liking. I always say that. So I'm just going to add some black pepper, as you see. Then I'm going to follow up with some paprika. And the paprika is just really to lend the browning effect to it. So I'm just going to add that in there. And I'm not adding any salt to this because my soy sauce as well as the teriyaki sauce has salt in it already. So I'm just going to give this a nice mix. So now once this is mixed up and each piece has a seasoning on it, I'm going to now go in and add my marinade. Just get all that in there. And then once this is added to the dish, I'm going to take my lid, cover it up, give it a nice little shake, and then I'm going to sit this in the refrigerator and let it marinate for a couple of hours. You can do it overnight. You can do it for an hour or more. But yeah, so I'm just giving it a nice little shake, as I said, and then we're gonna, once this is marinated, then we'll pop back in. All right, fam, so I have my janky looking pan here. It's been through some hard times, but it is clean. So I'm going in with my oil and my brush, and I'm basically coating my pan so the wings won't stick. And now these are the wings. Now, family, make sure you take your wings out at least 20 to 30 minutes before you're about to cook them to allow them to become room temperature. And so now I'm just going to go in and just add each piece of these to the pan, making sure you leave some space in between each one. And I'm just doing like a last little dip in the marinade just to make sure each one is fully covered with that delicious sauce. And I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. And I'm going to bake these wings for about 25 minutes until they're nice golden brown and crispy, have a crispy skin. Alright, G Squad, so I removed our wings from the oven 25 minutes later, and this is how they look. Nice golden brown, has a little crisp to them. So now I'm going to plate them. Okay, so I have wings plated, and I paired them with a baked sweet potato. Also, I cut up some carrots, and then I have some ranch dressing on the side. And this is what they look like, nice and golden brown with a little char on them. And so I'm going to just break open one so y'all can see the nice juicy meat on the inside. Okay, this is how they look. And of course I'm going to taste one for you off camera. And y'all, when I tell you, the flavors are amazing. This is how they look. Yeah. Okay. So now, with our teriyaki wings out of the way, we're going to transition into the second half of our video, which is our barbecue chicken breast. Alright, so as you can see here, I have my humongous sized chicken breast, and again it has the bone in. And so I'm going in with a little of this sunflower / olive oil, and I'm just going to dab a little bit on it, and this is just mainly to help my my seasoning stick to it. And so I'm just using the brush to spread out my oil to cover the entire breast. And then now I'm going to go in with my seasoning, starting with some smoked paprika. Then next I'm going to follow with this complete seasoning. Then next we're going to add some black pepper. And then last but not least, we have our pink Himalayan salt. And I'm going to add like a generous amount of that to my chicken breast because again, it's a really large breast and I want to make sure it's nice and seasoned. Then I'm going to flip this over and then basically repeat the process. Alright, so G Squad, if you have a non-stick pan, a cast iron skillet is even better. You do not have to add any grease to it, but because this pan for some reason is not a non-stick anymore, I think I damaged it, I had to add some grease to it in order for it not to stick. And so I'm going in and adding my chicken breast skin side down first, and I'm going to let this cook for about 3 to 5 minutes until the skin forms a nice brown crispy texture, as you're going to see in the next clip. Alright fam, so now I thought I was recording, so I flipped the chicken breast over and I realized the camera wasn't recording. But this is what the skin side, looks like. You can see it's nice and brown. And then because this breast is so huge, I'm actually turning it on its sides, to just let it, like I said, do its searing as much as possible. Because what we're going to ultimately do anyway is pop this in the oven, and then we're going to allow it to continue to bake in the oven. And as you can see, I have my pan ready, so now the chicken is ready to be transferred from the frying pan into the baking sheet. As you can see how beautiful that is. And so I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees, and I'm going to allow this to cook for the first half for like 25 minutes. And so now the chicken breast has been cooking so far for 25 minutes, so I'm going to remove it from the oven. And this is how it looks thus far. And so now I'm going to go in with my barbecue sauce, and I'm using this hickory smoke, but of course use whatever kind you like. And then I'm just going to saturate this with the barbecue sauce. And again, you can add as much or as little as you like. And so now, using my brush, I'm just going to go ahead and just dab it and move that barbecue sauce around and make sure I coat the sides and, just get it covered up really, really nicely. And so after that, I'm going to pop this back in the oven and let it cook for an additional 20 minutes. So after a total of 45 minutes later, our chicken breast is done. And this is how it looks. Nice and beautiful. And you can also leave it in it longer if you want to really get that dark, over that, you know what I'm saying, that charred look. And so, yeah. And so now, this is the end result. And I paired it with some brown rice as well as a nice little green salad on the side. And the sauce on the rice is some hoisin glaze that I use from my hoisin glaze chicken thigh recipe. And if you have not seen that video, make sure you check it out. I'll link it to this one. But yeah, so this is how it turned out, family. So family, that wraps up this 2-in-1 video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up, comment below. Always say if you try either one of these recipes and tag me so I can see how it came out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So family, I appreciate you guys. I love you. Happy Thanksgiving. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye.